Hi, welcome to my channel. You might be 5 years old and you're wondering, what is this drip thing? Well, let me explain it to you as simply as I can. My name's Jonathan. I run a YouTube and Telegram group. It's called The Drip Farm. And we are a bunch of people that like making money. But there's a problem in America and around the world. Here's the problem, 5-year-old. The problem is you give your money to a bank, and you know what they do with it? They take that money and they go reinvest it, and they make a lot of money with your money. The problem is they only give you about 1% of it for a whole year. That means they get rich and you don't. So we've got to fix that problem. Well, guess what? The internet came along, this technology called blockchain, where it was like trustless, you could verify everything, all the transactions were out in the open, so there's no shady stuff that could happen. This technology took over. And what happened was people in the finance space said, man, what if we use this technology for the way that we do commerce? What if we exchanged a digital currency for actual goods and services? It would be trackable. People could tax us on it. The government could get involved and create their own currency. And here we are in 2022, and we are on the verge of finances being disrupted. We call this DeFi. Say it with me, 5-year-old. DeFi. It stands for decentralized finances. So in this space called DeFi, there are these applications. You know how you have an iPhone and there's a bunch of applications on there? Well, think of that as what Drip is. Drip is an application that lives on what they call the Binance Smart Chain. Now, on the Binance Smart Chain, there's a lot of apps going on, but not a lot of apps that tell you, hey, if you give us your money, we will pay you a certain ROI, return on investment, for you trusting us with your money. And the cool thing about these apps like Drip, like Animal Farm, which I'll show you in a second, is that instead of the banks taking the majority of it, these protocols still take a little portion, but not nearly as much as the banks. And you have an opportunity to make your money make money for you. Isn't that crazy? So in life, Mr. or Mrs. 5-year-old, what's going to happen? You're going to have to work a job to get going. Whether it's a paper route like what I did, I flip pizzas, all that stuff. You're going to work for somebody, and you're going to take that money, and then someone's going to tell you about investing and the power of compound interest. Because if you work your whole life, you'll never really get above the middle class. It's kind of the government's way of keeping everybody happy, but not too powerful. But the way to get to the 1%, the people that make over $400,000 a year in the US, that means you're in the 1% club. In order to do that, you don't work harder. You get your money to work for you. And a lot of people will tell you, if you interview billionaires and millionaires, they'll say, we made most of our money through investments, primarily in real estate or in the stock market. Well, the third leg has come. Crypto is here, and crypto is making millionaires literally every day. Now, it's not because they invested in Dogecoin. Dogecoin would be like a meme coin. It's something that you hope goes up and to the right, and you can cash in on it. That is risky. But there's other opportunities, like what I'm about to show you, where you can make a daily ROI and you don't have to do anything. It's literal passive income. So let me show you exactly what I mean. There was a developer by the name of Forex Shark. Now, that's not really his name, but he goes by that name to protect his identity, because anyone involved in finances knows that if something doesn't go right, you don't want your face out there. And so he goes by the name Forex Shark. But you can Google him and look at everything he's done. And it's like, who's the founder of Bitcoin? No one knows. Does that mean Bitcoin is stupid? No. Does it mean we should ignore it? No. You should judge something based on its tokenomics, its mechanics, and whether or not it has a real use case. Does it solve a real problem? And Forex saw that there was a problem. He saw that a lot of these protocols wouldn't be sustainable. So he built mechanics inside of Drip Network that he believes will be sustainable. And if you're looking at my screen, what happens is investors, they have money, they'll go they'll download a wallet called the MetaMask, and it's just simply a wallet that stores all these different type of coins. And you add the coins by clicking down here, import coins. And the first coin you want to import is BUSD. That's what they call a stable coin. The stable coin, it's pegged with the US dollar. So 1 BUSD is always worth $1 US. All right. So if somebody offered you one or the other, it doesn't matter. They're worth the same thing. Well, the cool thing is you can take that BUSD and you can go to exchanges like, let's say, PancakeSwap. You click on trade and you can trade your BNB, your BUSD for all sorts of these coins. So here's Drip. I could trade BUSD for Drip right now. So let's go back to this. What am I looking at? This right here is called the Faucet. This is a way that I make 1% daily on whatever is in my deposit. So I can make up to 365% per year. Now, for context, the bank, remember I told you about the bank? The bank only pays you 1% per year. That's all you're going to get for lending them your money. Whereas if you lend this, something that isn't as trusting as a bank, right? Because this is kind of scary stuff. There's no police to watch over it. This isn't, insured by a government body. It's kind of scary stuff. And so no risk, no reward, but high risk, high reward. And so that's why you're getting such a good APR, annual percent return. So 365%, you say, well, what is that? Well, let's look at our calculator. Here's how I want you to think of it. Pick your amount that you would ever want to throw into this. Let's say you had $1,000 that you wanted to get working for you. I see money as employees. All my money are like little employees. Each dollar represents a little man or a little woman that's going to go work for me. So I don't spend my employees. I get my employees to go make me money, and then I live off of that money. That's the way I do it, and that's how I've been able to get to the 1% in the American club. It's not because I flipped a lot more pizzas than the next guy. No, it's not because I got a better job. No, I've always made a minimal salary. But the reason I was able to break through and become a millionaire, it's by doing things like this, getting smart with my money and getting my money work for me. So let's say you had $1,000 to invest. $1,000, what you could expect, what this protocol, the Drip network, is promising you is that we're going to pay you 3.65% on that. That's 365%. You get to 3.65x your money. So over the course of a year, this is what you'll have. For your $1,000 investment, if every day you came here and you claimed, like today I could come and claim mine, I could click claim, I could trade my Drip for BUSD, and then I would take my BUSD and it could become just as good as US dollars, right? And then I can go buy some Chipotle, go buy a new hoodie, whatever I want to go do with it. Now, a lot of people just want the $1,000 and they will go spend it and they'll buy stupid stuff and they'll always stay poor. But smart people will invest. I'm not saying smart people invest in Drip Network. You should buy some Tesla stock probably, some Apple stock probably. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. Or what I advise people is, yes, have some real estate, have some stocks, and then there should be a small portion of your portfolio that you call risk capital. And this is where it's high risk, high reward. You have to be comfortable with losing everything in the risk capital section of your portfolio. With that, you might buy things like Bitcoin, Ethereum. All of those are great. And we call them like blue chip cryptos. They're probably going to be around for a while. They're on the top 10 list. If you go to CoinMarketCap, and you look at just the top 10, these guys are going to be around for a while. Why? Because look at their market caps, $826 billion. Okay? So if you own some of these coins, that's great. But the problem is they don't pay you anything to hold. In fact, if you look at the price of Bitcoin over the past 3 months, and you've heard hodl, 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 the problem with the hodl community is they're losing out. They're not making any money. If you would have bought Bitcoin 3 months ago, every day for the last 3 months, that's called a cost of opportunity. You have missed out on the opportunity to get your money to make money for you. You would have been better to invest it into something like, maybe I'm biased, the Drip network. Now, before you write me off and say, well, why Drip? There's a million protocols. You're right, there is. But if I go to DApp Radar, this is a website that tells me what's hot, what's not. I click on the Binance Smart Chain, and lo and behold, this is the third biggest project it's the third biggest app in the App Store, if you will. If I click on DeFi, which is what this is categorized as, you'll notice it's number 2. And it's only number 2 to PancakeSwap, which is an exchange, so it gets a ton of traffic every day. So I want to talk to you about the power of compound interest. Yeah, you could put your money in, like the example I just explained, where you basically get $3,650 after a year for your $1,000 investment. That's pretty good. But if you were to compound that, what would that look like? Well, I went over here. I just Googled a daily compound interest calculator. And let's say we're starting with $1,000 at a 1% interest rate daily. That's what the Faucet pays you for 1 year time. Let's see what that looks like. You'll see after a year of compounding that, you'd have over $37,000. Not bad, right? Now, what you don't know is the price of drip could go up. It also could go down. But because of the founder, Forex, and all of the exciting news that he has brought to the community, he's built a huge community. He has over 70,000 plus people that are considered drippers. If you look historically, October, November, December, January, bam, you'll see that it's up and to the right. There's a lot of momentum. You'll see on DApp Radar, it's still a very important player. It's got a big market cap. All the things are looking good for drip. Now, you have to do your own research. I'm only a YouTuber. I know you're only 5, but you should never trust people that give you candy or trust a YouTuber. They always have confirmation bias. Whatever they're invested in, it's the next best thing. I used to do mattress reviews. Every mattress I reviewed was the best thing since sliced bread. So you have to do your own research. Now, I'm trying to keep it real. I'm telling you, I put my money where my mouth is. Everything I talk about is because I've invested in it and done my research. So I encourage you to do the same. So for me, everything I deposit here is gone. You say, I don't want to lose my money. No, you're not losing your money. If I put $1,000 in here, it's promised the smart contract that I'm signing with the internet, if you will, it's promising to pay me back 1% daily. Okay? So by the end of that year, if I just every day come here and click claim, 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 I will have 3.65x'd my money. If I click hydrate, it would be far more than that. And again, I encourage you to use a daily compound calculator where you can figure out how much you would reach. Now, there is a max cap on how much you can make in your deposit. You can only make 365%. I know, only make 365%. The reason for that is we don't want people to come into the system and make crazy amounts where the system couldn't afford to pay everybody back. The reason Drip can afford to pay people back is because, again, that guy named Forex Shark, he created the tokenomics, the mechanics that include a tax system that charges somebody on the front end when they deposit their money. 10% of that is gone. And then when they claim it, 10% of that's gone. And when they sell it, 10% of it's gone. He's incentivized if you recompound because you only pay 5% tax on that. And where does this tax go? Does it go to Forex Shark? No, it goes to a liquidation pool, a pool of money that's used to pay out all the 1% every day. And this has been going on for over 9 months. So it's really sustainable. It's proven itself. It's about to begin getting some major attention because of the launch of his second protocol, which is the Animal Farm. The Animal Farm is an awesome place where you can put your money into things like the pig pen or some of these liquidity pools. And they're a little bit lower risk because you don't lose your money at the beginning. Like if I add, let's see, I've added $8,000 here. If I wanted to come back and take it out, I click minus, max, boom, I get my money back. That's not the case with the Faucet. So there's pros and cons to each. I am a big believer in both. When people ask me whether I should buy Drip or whether I should get an Animal Farm, I have a whole video on that you can check out. But it basically, the answer is yes. It's like asking someone, do you think a car is important that has an engine or a car that has wheels? It's like, well, it'd be great if the car had both. And I think you should have both as part of your portfolio. But again, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a YouTuber. You're 5 years old. You're a lot smarter than me. So to get started, you need a buddy address. We can be buddies, all right? Now, if you want to be a buddy, the cool thing with our team is we're all committed to building wells because believe it or not, there's people around the world that don't have clean drinking water. So we're actually joining a movement. It's the fastest growing Telegram group. There's 1,800 of us already. I only wanted there to be 1,000. And we're committing to building wells. The link for our website, drippingforwells.com, is in the description. But you just use my buddy address. You sign up on our team. And then every day, once a month, we're going to come and we're going to take this, whatever this is after 24 hours on March 1st and then April 1st, we're going to just donate it to a charity that really all the money goes to building wells for people to have clean drinking water. So you can win in life by helping people and making passive income, all by getting your money to work for you. That's the most important thing I can tell you if you're 5 years old right now, is that you need to fix your money problem. And the way to do it is not by working more, it's getting your money to work for you, to start building verticals in your life that produce passive income. You cannot exchange more time for more money. Your time is limited. So you need to think like an investor and get into things like, for me, I love Tesla. I think EV sector's going big. I want to bet on the jockey named Elon Musk. So far, he has done incredible leading that company. No one's come close. I'm going to own some Tesla stock. I want to look for properties. I want to invest and have rental properties. I want to have some crypto, some Bitcoin, Ethereum. And then I want to have some risk capital plays. And that includes things like Drip, includes things like Animal Farm. So you're 5. You may have tuned out by now. I'm sorry if you tuned out. You have a smaller attention span because you're not an adult yet. But if you're an adult listening to this, I hope that my explanation helped make sense so that you can make an educated guess. If you still have questions, hit me up in my Telegram group. That's the place to come ask me questions. I'm in there every day. And if you join our team, great. We'll do some airdrops. We do some competitions. And again, we're building wells. And I hope our whole team will get to meet up in Vegas at the end of the year. Guys, this has been a long video. Thank you so much for joining. Click like and subscribe. Share this with somebody who's interested in possibly investing. And we'll see you on the next one.